Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. This is Molly, and we're going to take a look at the Leo new moon that is happening on July 31st, 2019. It's exact at 11:11 p.m. That's EDT time, so it could be August 1st for you, depending on your location on the planet. And this Leo new moon is really a changing of the energies as we begin August and move away from all the changes that July brought up. July being eclipse season and July being Mercury retrograde. So this new moon happens at 8 degrees of Leo in 36 minutes. We round up to 9 degrees when the minutes go past 30 minutes. And this is when, of course, the sun and the moon are together, and they meet up once a month, every 28 days or so, to align, to look at what they're going to create together. This puts them on the same page, and a new beginning unfolds that is about your intentions at this time in your life. So what you want to do is find 8/9 degrees of Leo in your chart, look at the house placement, and that is where this new beginning is starting for you. And with Leo energies, it's the new beginnings that you're ready to create. It's a very creative energy. It's based on your strength and confidence in yourself, how you are your own unique light. Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is in its home energy here in Leo, and there's a big activation at this time, especially when the moon is involved. So it's always a potent Leo new moon, and this time we also have Mars at 19 degrees of Leo, Venus at 4 degrees of Leo. So we also have additional masculine and feminine energies all together here to activate these energies of warmth, vitality, strength, courage. Leo gives us the courage to take a risk. It gives you the courage to claim who you are, to feel solid and strong in a sense of self, and to stabilize what perhaps felt destabilizing throughout July and eclipse season. So we come back to sturdier ground with this new moon. And I always see this Leo energy, especially the sun in Leo, as being connected to our solar plexus and being connected to how we each carry within us the sun's light and warmth and vitality, and that would be a beautiful place to direct your energy to that third chakra, that solar plexus energy of feeling strong in who you are now, and even feeling that energy light up your whole aura. I'm seeing this solar plexus as a mandala of energies, as all these different streams of light. And I'm seeing this intuitively. And this is what it feels like. It's like this activation that's beginning here as we move into August. And of course, the double eights are powerful, and we are approaching the Lionsgate energy of August 8th, 8/8. And that actually opens with this Leo new moon. The Lionsgate portal is open and will be building over the next 2 weeks. And that is also a energy that feels very strongly connected to your awakening process and to higher levels of consciousness that you are sensing and feeling. And this is an invitation to pull it into your body, to pull it into your feminine and your masculine energies. And it's really interesting how these are lined up here with the Venus and moon, the feminine, the sun and Mars, the masculines. There's a sense here of coming into a wholeness and emerging And again, I'm just seeing this and feeling this intuitively. And it's all about that solar plexus activation. So bright lights, bright downloads, bright energies are just really starting off the month of August. Now, Mercury is here at 23 degrees of Cancer, 56 minutes, so we can round up and say 24 degrees. And this S means stationary. So Mercury is stationing direct here at the end of July and has been on a review journey that has been back into Cancer, back into your emotional body, your feelings, your gut feelings, your immediate reactions, and helping you to see it differently or to think about something differently. And new perceptions are what Mercury retrograde gifts us with. New ways of perceiving reality, because there isn't just one reality. There's millions and billions of realities. We each are in our own reality. We each are connected with our own timelines of energies, of growth. And so the Mercury retrograde is a realignment with our minds. I feel it as our minds being able to perhaps even decipher all the energies that it can't see, and creating new perceptions and perspectives. It just feels incredibly strong after this eclipse season. So Mercury will continue now to move forward and re-enter Leo. It's stationed retrograde at 4 degrees of Leo. So Mercury will remain in its shadow until the middle of August. And there can be more levels of awareness, more messages, details, information, specifics that come forth. And every time a planet moves from Cancer to Leo, it's a strengthening of energies. It moves from the feminine water to the masculine fire, and it becomes more decisive. So anything that you've been mulling over in July, or if you've had a lot of big experiences and you don't quite have clarity yet, when Mercury goes back into Leo, you will have more decisiveness and a clear understanding of where to direct yourself. Because Leo is also a force of life, especially with Mars here, and it goes for what it wants. And there's a strong support here with this new moon that we're really clear on what we need to do for ourselves. Because that is where your power is. Your power is within you, is within yourself, within your solar plexus. And this is an activation of your own energy fields that brings you, I'm feeling it as the creative life force, like your ability to be you and to live the life you want to live is part of what we are recalibrating with. But wait, there's more, because these three planets, Venus, Moon, Sun, are all squaring Uranus at 6 degrees of Taurus, 33 minutes, and Uranus breaks you free and liberates you from constraints, restrictions, shows you more of your own independence, who you are, what you want, and how to do it your way, how you need to live your life on your own terms. Uranus in Taurus is where we're each individually and collectively redefining our value systems. And that's in our lives. That's in what we put our energy towards. That's in our money and our finances. But that's also in what we want to own and possess and have in our world and have in our home. So there's an energy here of the clearing out, But understanding it's because something is complete for you and it's done. Now, Uranus is an earthquake and things happen fast, and it's the breakdowns and the breakthroughs and the liberations. You can be very restless with this energy. It's rebellious. Don't tell me what to do is Uranus. So you have that energy squaring the will and power of Leo. And so there's something within you that you know is shifting. I mean, this is an earthquake. Again, I'm seeing this as the earthquake hitting your solar plexus. And I'm getting the image of concentric circles, like the smaller solar plexus is breaking away and falling off to activate and light up the bigger solar plexus that has a bigger understanding of what it wants and who it is right now. Now, Uranus squaring is unsettling, and you could feel that physically. You could feel that in any part of your energy. Do pay attention to where this Uranus is traveling. This is the unexpected and the sudden developments. And it means that something in this new moon is ready to break free. This is feminine, and these are all masculine energies in Leo, the sign of Leo. So we're really trying to get a new handle on how to move ahead, but not be too much in the false ego of Leo. The Taurus energy can be humble and simple, and it will bring you back to the bare bones of life. And so there could be this conversation you're feeling between what you really want and what you thought you needed to be a certain way you needed to identify yourself. And it's meant to change. There's a lot of change here. And what makes it tricky or uncomfortable is how these are fixed signs, astrological signs. Leo is fixed. Taurus is fixed. They don't want to budge. They don't want to compromise. And that's when the earthquake comes through, and the earthquake, literally resettles the land. And Uranus is the more powerful energy because of how far away it is. The planet that's furthest away is the most powerful. It has the biggest and longest effect. And this Uranus is working with the personal planets. We are changing. We are leveling up. We are rising up into new places of ourselves that we didn't expect, that we didn't know were available to us. And we're doing it based on this emerging sense of what's important now and how you need to be yourself. I mean, this is it's almost like a return to a simple life, a return to what really matters at the end of the day. So this is the strongest energy in this new moon, is that square to Uranus, and the sense that there are changes happening here as we move into August. It's almost like it could feel like a third eclipse. It's not an eclipse, but it's with Uranus. It has that excitement, that instability, and that unpredictability as well. So I always see this Uranus as our cosmic expansion energy of rising into higher places of consciousness that says you don't need everything you thought you needed. And this is returning you, I think, to that solar plexus confidence, courage, strength in yourself that is the real heart of Leo. And Leo is the heart as well of what's in your heart that you love, that you have passion for. And you could feel a realignment at this new moon. Now, we also have the sun, the moon, and Venus trining Chiron, who is now at 5 degrees of Aries retrograde, now going retrograde. And so this is helping us go within, as every retrograde planet does, to understand what we have obtained during this planet's forward motion. So it's basically pulling the energy back in to review, reconsider, and to sit with what has come up for you And there is an understanding here that we are birthing a part of ourselves. And this Aries energy is always the new start, the new beginnings, a new sense of self. So there's an ego recalibration. These are masculine energies working with each of us. There's a sense of we're changing and we're understanding more of who we are. These are fire signs, so they're very active, motivated, inspired. They want action. They want to move. So that's very strong in this new moon energy too. And then one more fire sign to bring into the mix is right up here. Jupiter at 15 degrees of Sagittarius retrograde. Jupiter will be at 14 degrees for most of August and will be stationing direct the middle of August. And so hanging out at 14 degrees, which means making still a wide orb. Whoops, can't draw. A wide orb to Mars. But it also means the moon and the sun and Venus are approaching their trines to Jupiter. And so when each of these hits 14 degrees of Leo, the moon will do so first, there will be something within the Leo creativity, desire, power that expands and even learns more about itself. Very energizing here, very energizing, lots of movement. And you could feel that in August, that whatever didn't move or was unexpectedly changed or altered, the movement really comes through as August gets underway. So there's another date coming up here in this next lunar cycle over the next 2 weeks that I want to highlight for you. And that is how Jupiter will station direct on August 11th. And that's the same day that Uranus is stationing retrograde here at almost 7 degrees of Taurus. That's August 11th, okay? So right after that 8-8 portal, there's big changes in some movements that we've been feeling or sensing. And then also on August 14th is when Mercury moves out of its retrograde shadow. There's a lot about this new moon starting fresh, trusting yourself in a new way. That's also this Chiron and Aries. Trusting your own. It's the creative spirit, but it's not, it's bigger than that. Like, I'm feeling this as something that you know you have to commit to. In yourself. This is the soul mission work, the reason you're on the planet stuff. I can't compromise who I am. I have to love myself in a whole new way and in a bigger way. Leo is a big love. And there's an activation here at this new moon to look at where you are being activated from the sun as a direct download to your solar plexus. Like, that's the energy I feel that's talking to each of us. But it has to be intentionally welcomed and invited. So around this new moon, there are activations available for all of us to step into the strength and confidence in who we are, to trust that we are each a part of the much needed human puzzle, and to give you what you need to shine your light and to feel supported in what you are ready to do next. And so I'm feeling how this Uranus squaring is a break in consciousness, a break in limitations that you could have been feeling internally. Because this Taurus will play it safe, but Leo wants to take a risk. And there could be something that emerges within you that says, I'm just ready to go for it. And I know that I'll be supported as I move forward. I'll be supported by the cosmos, universal intelligence, the great mystery, as Joseph Campbell calls it. You'll be supported by more than you know when you take the risk to be who you are now. So definitely a strong, powerful energy here as we end July and begin August. Again, take a look at where this new moon energy shows up in your chart, which house placement, as that is where the new moon intentions will be strong for you. And I hope this is giving you a good heads up about how August is dynamic. It's a turning point. It has a lot of strength and force and desire, a no compromising and a no going back. So, hope this gives you some good things to sit with, consider, and claim. Thank you so much for your comments, your subscribes, your likes, how you share this on Facebook. I'm so grateful. And you can find out more about my astrology teachings below this video, the various classes that I offer, and then also some of the new playlists I have here on YouTube, specifically about asteroids, goddesses, and dwarf planets, if you have an interest in checking out more of those energies in your natal astrology chart. And I'll be back here to talk with you in August as we move forward and check out the always vibrant Aquarius full moon. So I'll see you back here soon, friends. Take good care.